Quincy church packed full of hundreds of people on a Monday morning.
I was there when he was assassinated in the city of Memphis, and to remember the dream and all of the different things that he stood for, it's good to always to carry it on.
Both members of the First Baptist Church of Quincy, along with city leaders and area residents, filled the room with song and prayer about a man most had never met.
And it's just important for us to remember some of us wouldn't be here today if it were not for the efforts of Dr. King.
Looking at Monday's racially mixed congregation was proof the words of Dr. King extended past his own race.
The laws that were changed affected a lot of people. Nowadays we're having civil liberty laws and laws that are affecting women, people with disability. That all started with the march in Washington and what Dr. King was trying to accomplish.
This year, the church decided not to have a keynote speaker, but instead entertained the crowd with a performance revolving around Dr. King's message within schools.
I think it feels great. I think that's just exactly what Dr. King would have wanted.
We cannot do it exactly the way he did it, but we can do it our own way, because we must continue to do the ministry of brotherhood and sharing love and making the world a better place.
Brooke Hash, KHQA News, Quincy.
Emmett Hall has been walking in the Martin Luther King Jr. parade since he was 6 years old. Now in college, he believes it's important for all of today's youth to stay informed on Dr. King's past efforts.
Just like with the older people that we have today, they started as we were younger, and now we have shoes to fill so that this man is not forgotten.
The march honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has been taking place for the last 15 years and represents significant moments in the African American community.
Let's the people know that what the marchers went through, that the kids and people had fire hoses and dogs put on them, and this is to let people not forget what happened in the 50s and 60s.
Older than the march is the commemorative ceremony, which has been taking place at the Mount Calvary Church for the last 2 decades. This year's ceremony featured singing, praying, and guest speakers, all in light of Dr. King's life.
He was a minister, but he was also a leader in the civil rights movement, and he led the movement that focused on peace, and that is reason enough, I think, to celebrate him.
For many African Americans, today is a day to celebrate Dr. King's life and to commemorate all of his work. Here in Macomb, they're doing just that, hoping to bring all races together.
I just think that us coming together and hearing these messages upstairs that are now taking place, I think it builds a relationship between all races. And we're not here by ourselves, we're as one in this community.
Organizers say that the annual celebration of Dr. King's life helped remind the community of where social justice has been, currently is, and where it has yet to go. Kristen Aguirre, KHQA News, Macomb.